we often get asked whether or not boots are covered under warranty, and at Gumdrops we do have a 1-year warranty that we cover products with. So just going through this video, we're going to identify what's actually covered and what's not covered, just to give you a better idea of what to expect out of the warranty. So one of the first main things that we have is, as we know in Vancouver, we don't have a lot of sunny days, but sun damage to your boots can be one of the most damaging processes to reduce the integrity. So this boot here, as you can tell, one of them has been left in the sun and one of them has not. So we've got the original boot here, and then we also have the sun damaged boot, and what you'll find with sun damaging is there's a definite yellowing of the actual rubber, and then there's also, you can see get closer here, you can see the cracking of the actual product, and so with that cracking, what it does is it dries out the product and it reduces the integrity and it increases the ability for cracking. So much like your skin, being in the sun, it dehydrates it and it decreases the pliability of the rubber, so it becomes a little more brittle. And another Bogs product that we have with sun damage is across the toe here. So what it does is, with wear and tear and walking, is it reduces the pliability within there, and ultimately that will end up cracking and becoming a leaky boot. So that's not covered by our 1-year warranty. We also have another boot here, and even leaving boots in front of a window display, a window or a heat source can also reduce the integrity. So if we look at this side of this one boot, hasn't been touched, picture perfect, and then we roll over to the other side and his sole has had a significant yellowing. That is not covered by our warranty, so we always advise to make sure that your boots are stored in the back of the cupboard, a nice dry, cool place out of direct sunlight, and that will maintain the lifetime of your product. We often do get products that come in that people expect or anticipate to be covered under warranty, and often they're not covered. So one of the first things is blooming. Now, blooming is a natural process that the rubber does, and it leaves a white sort of film or scaling or whatever you like to call it on top of the boot. This is a process that natural rubber goes through when it is exposed to those extreme heat, extreme temperatures and light. It's almost a protective film. So we do have a product that's called UV Tech to remove this, but if you do bring a pair in and you do have this as an issue, it's easily fixable, but it's not covered by warranty. We also then have our sort of wear and tear type of product, where you've gone outside, you've jumped in every puddle, or you use them significantly for walking. If you wear down the sole and you have a little bit of an edge or a hole within here, or they're really dirty and you can kind of tell that they haven't been taken care of, then these will not be covered by warranty as well. So the more wear and tear you have, the less lifetime you have. Some of our boots veer more into a fashion element, and fashion often leads to hardware or dainty things on your boots, and with that as well, this little guy here used to have a Move Boot branded metal plate that is clipped in through the back. If someone comes in with a product like this, or they've lost a bauble or something, it's not covered by warranty. It is a maintenance and wear and tear issue. So what we advise is on the other end of it, when someone is buying the product, that we just let them know that, this isn't something that you would wear in the bush and have, twigs pulling at it or anything like that. So these aren't covered by warranty. And then we kind of go into another one of the products. Depending on what your use is for the boot, having a fun-friendly pattern from certain brands, you won't get the lifetime span that you're looking for, especially if you do wear it every day, kind of heavy beating on the ground. You will wear through the product, and you can get things like the little hole in the heel here. So again, if it's within a month, then there's obviously an issue with the product. But if it's 6 months to a year and you find you've got that happening to the boot, much like the tyres before, on a car, the more you wear it, the more you'll wear it down, and the more concrete or heavy duty durability that you work with, then you reduce the lifetime of the product. also have another boot here which, just from looking at it, to me it looks brand new, and it seems that you can't tell where it's coming from. Oftentimes you'll get people saying that they've got a leaky boot, and sometimes you won't be able to identify where the leak is coming from. What we often suggest is filling up a nice bucket with water and putting your bare foot into the boot and standing in the bucket for a good period of time. Also moving your foot around to try and kind of open up the seams where the product could be leaking. Another good test is to put something heavy into the boot and leave it overnight in your bathtub and see the next day if there is a watermark. So what we suggest is, if you find that your boot feels leaky, make sure that they're dry first before you do this test, and that way you'll know if you do immerse them in water whether or not they are actually leaking. So definitely squiggle it around and give it a whirl, and if you do find that it's wet on the inside, we're more than happy to assist you under a warranty claim. So that's an unassuming possible leaky boot. We now move into sort of, people say what boot is best for me and what should I do, and because there's so many different varieties, what our team will ask you is, what's your intention behind the boots? And so much like the warranty is, if you do a lot of walking, a lot of transportation, a Kamik boot is a really good boot, but it has a lower profile. So some people find this boot to be quite snug, some people find it great for a little bit of a wider foot. One of the warranty questions that we have is, we don't cover comfort. It's kind of up to the onus of the customer to make sure that you find the right boot for you, what you need. And you'll find from following videos that we can guide you on what's the best boot for larger calves, higher arches, a lot of walking, a lot of transportation, and going up to the snowfields. We can guide you on that, but unfortunately we can't tell you which boot is going to be right for you. You are the only one that will know that. So one of the returns that we don't accept is a comfort issue. But we do welcome you to take your boots home, wear them around the house on carpet a little bit, and see again if your feet get warm, if they get swollen, what type of socks or insoles you'll be wearing with them, and just kind of identifying with yourself what comfort level will work for you. But again, we won't cover ill-fitting boots or too small, too big, that type of thing as a warranty coverage. We will definitely take care of you under our 30-day exchange, but that's pretty much it for our warranty coverage and possible queries about what's covered and what's not.